When I did the first David Lee Roth one, I was like, this is cool, this is for me. I can see my future in music videos.
You've seen them in videos by Rat, Aerosmith, Slaughter, David Lee Roth, and others. They're the fantasy women who climb the charts with the stars, the rock video girls. Now, for the first time, find out what really goes on behind the scenes in the making of a rock video. See what happens before the makeup goes on and after the cameras go off. Coming up, exclusive interviews with the starlets that help make the stars' videos soar. Plus, exciting, never-before-seen original rock video footage.
A lot of people ask me, what's it like to do a music video? And there's not really one answer I could give, because every time I work on a music video, I never know what to expect.
A lot of people want to let loose, and they don't know how to. And videos teach you how to let loose, that's for sure. You can just go off and just get wild. It's a lot of fun. It's better than working out.
A lot of things I do are a lot very sexual type of, video babe things, and it just lets you be able to do the things that you normally wouldn't do, like running around your bedroom, There's a little bit of exhibition. Yeah, it's fun. You can really express yourself and really take over and do stuff that you normally can't do. You really want to know? Oh, I love to be naked.
I like music, which is good. I mean, even if you do a video, it's fun. It's like a performance thing. If the guys are cute, that's nice too.
Yeah, the guys help. They're all gorgeous.
Well, I've been in about 25 to 30 videos. It's hard to remember all of them. It seems like when I'm talking to someone and they talk about a certain band, I go, oh yeah, I did that video, And the first one I did was David Lee Roth, California Girls, which is like 6 years ago. I had blonde hair. You wouldn't even recognize me. My favorite one I just did recently, it was like a small movie, I'm running from these monsters. There's this big creature coming out of the sky, and I'm running. There is no creature there, okay? I'm running and screaming from nothing. But when later, they're going to have this big creature coming down on me, I hope, or else I'm going to look like a fool. It was like working on a movie. That's what I like working on these videos. Everyone asks me, what was it like to work with this band? And what I think more, the band is there, but I like working with the director. What we create together, this concept, and trying to get the concept across to the public, the kids and everything. On all the videos I've worked on, it's always been very professional. The girls are in one room, the band is wherever they are. I don't know what they're doing. I'm kind of strange. I like working on these things because I love music. So that's kind of cool.
Before you know it, I was doing videos. I'm a good dancer, and I told him I wasn't wearing any underwear, so I think that had something to do with it. Something about rock managers and wearing no underwear. They just goes like that, and. The first one I started doing out here was Tom Petty, and he made us stand on these on the skeleton of a house, and I was in the second story in a swimsuit and crown and banner, and they had us holding on, to the skeleton of the house, while he played his guitar and walked by, and then they ended up cutting it out. So when I saw Tom Petty at the Traveling Wilburys video, I went up to him and I said, "Hey, you cut me out of your video. What'd you do that for?" And I hit him in the arm. And he's looking, and Bob Dylan was standing there, and Jeff Lynne, all these guys were standing there, and they're like, "Gosh, Tom, you cut her out of the video, And they were like, "Gosh, Tom, that wasn't really nice. You cut her out of your video." And he's standing there going, "Oh, really, it wasn't me. It was the film people. It was the film people. I didn't have nothing to do with it." By the end of the day, he was so nice to me. He was just like, "Is there anything, is there anything I can do to make up for this? Okay, you're viewing my next video or whatever." But he was really nice about it. But the funniest and goofiest thing that's happened to me, I was doing the Traveling Wilburys video, and we were shooting at this old theater off of Wilshire, and I didn't know where the bathrooms were. They said upstairs are the bathrooms, and I saw Tom Petty and Bob Dylan going, and I says, "Well, is this the guys or girls? Do you know where the girls is?" And he said, "Well, there's nothing on the door, so I guess you can come in too." And Bob Dylan goes in one stall, and I'm in the middle stall, and Tom Petty's on the other stall, and we're sitting there peeing at the same time. It was like peeing in stereo. Not too many people get to pee with Bob and Tom. So that was the weirdest thing I've done. The weirdest. Aerosmith was the most fun, definitely. It was like doing a movie, kind of. When we did Ragdoll, one of our locations, it was in a fraternity house. And right outside that's where we were basically set. And right outside is where I did the scene where I strip off my little Catholic girl uniform and turn into this wild vamp thing. And it was pretty nippy. I mean, it was cold out. In the middle of the scene, right in the middle of it, like while I'm doing my thing and the music's playing, we hear this huge this banshee screaming sound, and this man comes running out. Apparently, he's known in Johnson City, Tennessee, as the Screamer. And he comes running out with a bald cap and wearing a pair of diapers and nothing else. And he just comes flying across the street, and he runs right in the middle of the scene, picks me up, and just takes off down the street in the middle of the thing. I mean, he just kept going. But oh my God, as you can see, killer, some maniac, diaper-wearing, bald. Anyway, it was very funny.
Living in a movie, hot train, Danny's little Judy, so fine, I never see you leaving on the back door.
was one other thing that happened in Tennessee that when you see the video, it's just a very quick little clip. But it was the very last shot of the day, and it had to be, everyone's wearing down jackets, it had to be 28 degrees or something. And when we were in the airport flying out there, there was a Salem ad of a fire hydrant blowing this girl's skirt up. And I was flying with the director, and he said, "Oh, that's a sexy shot, we've got to do that." And I said, "Oh, okay, well, that sounds like it might be fun." Never having had a fire hydrant opened on you, it's hard to kind of relate it. But I don't know how many, it's like the G-force of like a jet plane, you know, basically. And just to even stand, and then he's saying, "Okay, well, look at the camera and be sexy and turn to the side." And I mean, in the video, you just see this quick flash of it, and I was hoping for, you know, for the way that it felt. It was such a, like, an intense thing. I mean, the pressure is incredible. The fire department came and turned the thing on, and it just, like, blasted me about 4 feet. And so I think that they must have just shown, like, that very first split second, because they couldn't have shown anything after because I was off screen. It's just like a creative thing. You know, I like, you know, performing or dancing or whatever it is. It's like an acting, you know, experience, you know, really.
Doctor, how you think it's wrong? Let me you. Doctor, how you think it's wrong? And you're slipping you. You're more than all right. Know you're out of sight. Gotta shake the bigger mama. Let's keep me up tonight. Gotta check the nigga mama. Keep me uptight. Too much. You know you're outside.
I was in Tony Feels Good. I mean, working with them, it was really fun. They were great. They were really nice. They talked a lot. And then in the middle of rehearsal, they called and said, "Well, we don't want her to dance. We want her to be a fan." So they called and said, "We want her to now run on stage and be a crazed fan." So at the Tony video shoot, I run on stage and actually, like, act crazy. It was a lot of fun. It was one of those videos that you didn't think that anybody would even see you in and recognize you, and then it was kind of one of the ones I got a lot of attention from. And that video was one of the best videos I think I did, as far as the people were really, really great, and a lot of people liked the video because artistically there was a lot of cool stuff in it.
You're there for me. It feels good to know that you'll always be around. It feels good to know you love me, so good to me.
When I did the Rat video, Loving You's a Dirty Job, well, you go down there and there's a bunch of other girls down there and you sit for hours in makeup, and then they say, "Hurry up, get to the set," and you run out there and you get on the set and they say, "Wait," and you sit there and you wait and you wait and you wait, and they say, "Okay, get in places." So you run to your places and you sit there and you're all posed and all ready to go, and they say, "Okay, wait a minute." So, you know, about an hour later, they finally start to shoot something, and by that time you're all hot and you're sweaty and your makeup's coming off, so the lady's got to come in and she's got to touch you all up again. I had to hold this big, round, black hose, and had this smoke coming out of it, and it was like pushing me back. And I had this gas mask on, and I'm trying to walk through these little doors that they had put up, and I'm tripping, and I have to kick the door open, and it was work. One of the funny things that happened to me was when I was doing the Rat video, they told me they were going to put me in a tank, a water tank, and I really didn't know what it was until I got there, and I see this big tank, and I think it was originally Houdini's tank that he used to do the tricks out of, escape from, and it was huge, and They were going to fill it up with water first. They couldn't do it because they were scared the flow was going to come out. And then they were going to put baked beans in it because it's supposed to be loving you's a dirty job. But they didn't do that, thank goodness. And instead they put me in a rubber bathing suit. It was really tight. And my skin couldn't breathe underneath it, and I was like pulling it. But they get me in there, and so I'm in there, and they turn the music on, and I'm dancing in the water tank. And they got this hose, huge water hose, spraying down on me, and it's really heavy, and it's pushing me all around the water tank. And I know one time it came across my face, and I couldn't see anything, and I fell. And one of the guys happened to be in the tank with me at the time, and he caught me. And I was like, I'm falling down, hold me up. He goes, all right, just stay there. And they ended up liking it and cutting it. They didn't know I was falling. They just thought he had his arms around me. But, and then he had his guitar in there, and I was like trying to avoid the guitar while I was dancing. I couldn't see anything because I had all this water spraying down on me. But it was fun. I love to dance, and I love music, so when you do a music video, you can pretty much use your own imagination, and it's a lot of fun. You get to just move to how you feel. And I don't know what my favorite part is. I like doing them. They're fun. You get to go in there and dance, and I love to dance, and get a lot of freedom for what you want to do. It's not like a commercial where you go in and you have to say exactly what they want you to say and be how they want you to be. When you're doing a rock video, you can kind of let go and you be yourself, or be a side of yourself that you're not normally. And no one gives you a hard time for being that way. And it's fun to be that way sometimes.
Did you ever go out with any of the guys in the videos?
Oh my god. Okay. Well, actually, someone's gonna get in trouble, I think. No, okay. Actually, in one of the bands, in the Slaughter band, I dated the drummer of Slaughter, Bloss, Elias, and he's a complete doll, but he went on tour, and we really haven't had that much time to get together. That's all I'm telling you. He's a great friend.
Were you ever a girlfriend of a lead singer?
In real life?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
So tell us.
Yeah. Back to the story. It was Guns N' Roses. It was Duff. He was the only one that was really there, talking to people, saying hello. And we said hello, and that was it. And then about a year later, we ended up going out for a year. But we're not going out anymore. But we're still friends.
A lot of the times, the artists that you work with, especially if you're not wearing too much of anything, are like, hey, baby, and you know, if they're cute, it's one story, and if they're ugly, you're screwed.
I get a lot of people that ask me, you know, do you really like him? Is he cute? Did you go out with him? And I say, I'm sorry, I didn't do any of that. But it's fun.
They all have girlfriends, and you know, just you gotta work. It's better to meet guys other places than besides on the job.
I got asked out by one of them. He was a drummer. I don't know if I can say the band or not. Well, I gave him my number. He never called me. Kept saying, "Yeah, we'll go to the Rainbow and have a pizza." It's like great, you know, but I don't know. Somehow the piece of paper probably got lost, you know, and all of his equipment, and he's just never called me. So no, I never really got a chance. Came this close, but nothing happened. But I make it a rule never to see anybody I work with, ever. Even if they're in the band or you know, but I'm somehow have been attached almost my whole damn life to a man, so I'm pretty much out of the market. Uh-oh! Do tell, Mama! No. No? I can't, not during this, maybe after. I can't say anymore. Good thing this is in color, because what color am I? Ooh, we almost got it. No, not during the shoot or anything. Maybe later on, but not really. When I work, I work. That's enough of that one. Does that answer your question?
Hi, I'm Becky Mullen. Wait a second. I'm the Becky Mullen. Better, yes. Whoops. I'm not a bimbo.
Let's stop.
On one of the videos, it was the David Lee Roth video, Sensible Shoes. And what had happened, they had flown me out from LA to New York to get reaction out of people. Well, me and the other girl, Claudia, we go to the restaurant, and it was very elegant restaurant. And what they had us do was we had lingerie underneath our clothes. We had overcoats on. It was very cold, and it was a very elegant restaurant, and people were eating, and we were sipping our champagne. And what they had done was they had this jukebox there with speakers and hidden cameras in the restaurant. And we finished with dinner, and all of a sudden you hear the song so loud, and everyone's looking around going, what the hell is this, you know? So we get up on the tables, and we disrobe ourselves, and you see our bodies, and we're like on the tables just going for it, you know? And these ladies' faces were completely like, you know, I'm down here. These ladies' faces were like, oh my God, they could not believe it. And we were like, people had pasta, my high heel shoes were going in the pasta, and there's pasta all over my boots, and we just went off. And it was funny because you think people are really up to par and all of this, but this one lady, well, she was so into it, she just took off her top. She was completely nude. I mean, it turned into a huge party with all these business people. I've been in Slaughter, Up All Night, Sleep All Day. I was walking down, and they had this huge fan on me, and I had this dress that was blowing, and I had G-string underwear on, and there was all these people on the set, and it was very intimidating, and the fan was blowing, and my dress went up over my head, and it would not come down. For the longest time, so everybody was just staring at my butt, so to speak. It was very funny. Well, there was one other thing on the Danzig video, Her Black Wings. You know, on these videos, they think that you're Wonder Woman, you know. They think that you can basically just do about anything. They had wire that was going to hook onto my back, and I was going to go flying through the air, you know, without any problem. Well, it turns out I was spinning for about 15 minutes up in the air. It was very funny. Felt like I was Lucy or something. It didn't work out, but It turned out really well. The people are so cool on the sets. You know, they're so down to earth. And the music, you can just go to extremes on a set like that, especially shooting a video. You know, you can express yourself even while doing the video.
After interviewing lots of beautiful women and visiting several places, by far the most memorable was at DeBoom's Bait and Tackle Shop, far from the glitter of the rock video world.
Hi, welcome to the Boone's Bait and Tackle.
Hi, we're here on a talent search for women for rock videos. You ever get to see rock videos at DeBoom's?
Well, yeah, I've seen a lot of MTV. We have night crawlers and stuff and fly fishing if you want to go fishing. But, wow, those are cool sunglasses. Are you from Hollywood, California?
Yeah, we are. Do you get MTV up here at Boone's?
Yeah, we do. I've seen every single video. I watched the 100 video countdown last week. It was great.
Well, tell me, what do you think of the girls in the rock videos?
Oh, wow. They're so beautiful. Can I show you? I'll show you, okay? Thelma, we got people from Hollywood. I'll be right back.
You know, it's going to be very interesting to find out what a simple country girl thinks of those rock video girls.
Well, first, they have those California surfer girls. Totally awesome surfer girls. Then you have those girls who look like they just woke up. Oh, but it's okay. Their hair is tousled in their face. And they... Just a minute. And they blow it out. But it's okay because they're beautiful. They pose and every inch of their body reeks of this sexuality that they have. It's okay because they're beautiful. Ready for the next one? Then you have the girls who usually have an English accent and work with the English bands, and everything they do is perfect. They could fall down on the face and it would be perfect. And they stand there and every pose is accentuated and beautiful, very modelly, I think. Like the Robert Palmer girls that flare their nostrils as they just stand there and only move their bodies, but their face is completely straight in the camera. I think that's it. What do you think? I mean, that's what I think about the video girls.
Wow, that was great. I'd love you to come back to Hollywood with us and be in our video.
Hollywood? Thanks a lot. I mean, I am honored and everything, but this is my life. The booze is my life. I love it here, and I don't know. I don't think I'm really ready for that, but thanks a lot. If you ever come back here, you better come back and see me, okay? Bye-bye.
Well, back to Hollywood.
I don't know, what is this? I gotta carry my own props around now? Oh gosh, my first one was Poison. And the director called me and said, I want you to do this video. And it was the most exciting minute of my life. I was from this little teeny little town. And I was just like, oh my God, he wants me to do that. I absolutely lost my mind. It was my very first job. I was so thrilled, so excited. The funniest part about the whole thing was that when I walked in and I was introduced to everybody, and everybody was just such a family there. And it was like they'd all been there for about a week before I got there. And everyone had pink hands. And I couldn't figure out whether it was like part of a secret club that I didn't know anything about. You know, maybe I didn't have pink hands and I'm not in. But it turns out that Ricky Rocket had pink hair at the time. And so everybody walking around had pink hands, helping this guy get his hair just that perfect shade of pink. And so we shot inside the actual venue, and they shot it at a smaller venue, I guess, thinking that the crowd wouldn't be quite as wild. But it really, in the end, it turned out that the crowd went so wild over the script. There was a big, huge, like an 8'5", biggest, nicest black man I've ever seen. He was monstrous, and his name was, get this, Peaches. And the crowd knocked the barricade over and knocked the cameras and the equipment, and everything just came crashing down. And just out of nowhere, like Superman, this huge black man just flew from over everything, just whoosh, picked me up, threw me over his shoulder, and carried me off. I ended up safe. I was fine. You know, nothing happened to me. Of course, all the camera equipment and the film and everything was history.
Tell me the story.
There is a sign in the rock and roll industry, I guess you could say. It's called the Warrant High Sign. And it's like their little language, it's their little baby language that they use to communicate with each other. It's how they tell who is who and who is no one. It's like if you know the sign. It means, hey dude, what's up? Yo, bro, what's happening, dude? That's how they talk to each other. So if you don't know that sign, it's like, oh, dude, he's like not in, right? This guy's like not even in if he doesn't know that sign. So that's how they do. They're talking to their little buddies, and that's how they do their little pictures, right? There are more pictures in my house of people making that sign. My mother's like, oh my God, what does that mean? And I'm like, hi, it means hi, Mom. Yes, it's the Warrant High sign. Okay, like she doesn't know any better, right? We know what that means. But that's like their little communication. That's how they communicate to each other. Hey, you're really cool. You're like a big rock dude, right? That's how they do it. I swear. It sounds crazy and it sounds crude, but it's true. The guys in Slaughter were absolutely the kindest, most comforting people to work with. I was on a box, like 15 feet in the air in stiletto heels for 17 hours. But when I got down off there, they were the first ones to come in and say, my God, you did a great job. And they were so sincere about it. And they were always so there for you. You know, you're doing great, you're doing great, you're doing great. And after like that 14-hour point, you're like, I cannot shake my behind one more time. I cannot move my legs, they won't go, they won't do it. I can't get up, I can't, I've fallen, I can't get up. I can't. And they come up and they give you that one little push, that thing that says, you know what? God damn it, you look great. And you're like, I do? Huh. Okay, I can do it now. Inside, you know, I have brown shoulder-length hair and really thick Coke bottle glasses, and I'm pale, and I'm just like the biggest geek. I'm the biggest book nerd. But on the outside,
I have this really cool blonde hair and these LA Gear tennis shoes and the really cool clothes. So I look really cool on the outside, but on the inside, there's this other totally different person. And people meet me and they're like, no, you can't really be like that. And I'm like, yes, I am. It's me. It's the way I really am. I just look really cool. It's amazing what they can do with hair and makeup, isn't it? I watched on the Neil Young video, This Note's For You, and I played a Spuds MacKenzie girl, one of those girls on the beach with a little dog, and they put peanut butter on our arms so the dog would lick the peanut butter off our arms, and it would just look like he was licking us all over and having a good time. And when the director called for action, the dog just completely ignored the peanut butter on my arm and started licking my breast with its big tongue.
Singing for Miller, don't sing for Bud. I won't sing for politicians, ain't singing for Spuds. This note's for you.
And I just started laughing because it was so unexpected, and I looked at the director, Julian Temple, like, surely they're going to cut here, they're not going to use this, and everybody was laughing, and they kept it, and it's in the video. Jesus! Is that how it works? That's how it works. Ooh. I can't hear a thing you're saying. Actually, I've only been doing videos for a little over a year, and I've never been in a rock video. Various parts of my body I've been in a rock video. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. We need another body. We need an arm. We need a butt. We need this. We need that. Marcy, get over here. Terry P, get over here.
Marcy, you have a size 6 foot.
Yeah.
I want you to wear these size 10 shoes. And look
The only
natural.
thing they never asked for is the top, but on me, but that's okay.
They've never asked me for that either. They used my arm painted it like a statue. They used my legs and my hand pulling on this leash on this man, which was at the end of the day, and I rather enjoyed that one. I was like, yes, I'll pull on this leash. I don't mind this at all. So sometimes you have a little fun, but most of the time you don't want to do it because it's very hard to go from being behind the scenes and being in that headspace and then suddenly having to, put yourself in this sexy, see-through dress time, and the crew is standing around like, well, we know what you got, mama. And then you have to work with them all day, so it's not comfortable.
You have to get all the clothes, find all the stuff.
Oh, the hair, the makeup, the bitching, please, can I put a little more eyeliner on you? You can totally change a girl by just putting red lipstick on her or false eyelashes. I put false lashes and they're like, I've never had these on before. And they'll use their eyes in a different way, or you'll accent a part of their body. I do this. This is accented a lot in rock videos.
It's so funny, Terry.
Also, I really enjoy the camaraderie and the communication between all the people on the set. It's amazing. It's amazing the things, you can take one little idea and it sparks into this wonderful vision that you're captivated when you watch it, and it's like, I was part of that. I helped create that. That's good.
Each video is different. It's a different set of circumstances. You have very little time to put it together. It's down and dirty. You've got to do it and get it. And it can be finished completely within a 2-week time span, and that's quick. There isn't a lot of, you've got to be on your toes and think of everything and prepare for Murphy's Law, because you know it's going to happen. You try to have everything ready that you can and then prepare for it to go crazy, because it will. And it's a part of it. But it's what makes it fun and exciting. They're all different. The people are great. It's always, different groups, different kinds of music. And it's never, ever boring. Hello. There was Henry the Lizard Lover, who was the tamer of these lizards, okay? And one of them, oh God, one of them, Hasbro, the big one, is going through a horny stage of the month. He's going through his cycle, his thing, and he tries to hump anyone that's around him, so everyone has to be careful not to go near Hasbro. And then none of the lizards would do what Henry the Lizard Lover was trying to make them do, and there's this one point where they had this prosthetic lizard foot on a crane really high, and it comes down and it stamps people out. Anyway, we had to all scream as this lizard foot's coming down, and when I did the video Dirty Love for the group Thunder, I was on a bench in a locker room, and I had to do silhouette type shots with my body, and they played back the music, and I started like doing all this like sexual acrobatic type things, like as if it were a bounce beam, kicking my legs up and out and twirling around, and they're like, great, 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 but no one had secured the locker bench to the floor, and I'm doing all this stuff. They wrapped this welder's hose, because the whole theme of the video was us welding this thunder sign. And I was doing all this stuff, and the bench fell over. I had hooked the heel of my shoe onto the bench to keep my balance, and had plopped right down the side of my head. And when I had seen the film of it afterwards, it literally bounced off my head. And I just laid there, because I remember my mom saying, if anything ever happens to you, just lay there until the people come and rescue you, you know? So I'm like, I had this bench knock me out. I'm like, okay, I'll just lay here. It seemed like minutes. But when I watched the film, it was like literally in the span of 10 seconds, but it seemed like forever when I was down there. And it was funny because on the film, you see people go, oh my God, because the camera goes crazy, and you see these people running into frame. I remember this sideways like this, and you just see this shadows running in, and they're like looking around the set, and no one's picking me up, and they finally picked me up. So I remember I was like, oh God. And then they said, are you okay? And I said, yeah. And do you need to go to the hospital? I said, no, let's just keep going. And then I did all that other stuff that's in the beginning of the silhouette shots. There's like 4 of them in the video. So I'm a professional. I kept on going. I did the Doobie Brothers. Yeah, it's called Dangerous. It's the theme song to the Boz's new movie. I've made friends with lots of people that I've worked with, and artists as well. People have this idea, especially if you've never, met a performer, a musician, and you kind of have them on this pedestal, like, oh my God, he's so beautiful, or he's got a great voice, and he's singing this song just to me, I know it. You kind of idolize them a bit, and when you actually meet them, they're just normal people, and that's their job. Their job is to write their songs. If they're lucky enough to get a deal, they've gotten a deal. And they're, thanking God that they're making this video as well. Do you really want to know? Oh, I love to be naked. I know that sounds very bizarre, but I love doing things where I don't have much clothes on. So I know it sounds very weird. Please don't think I'm weird.
Oh, yeah.
don't know what it is. They're just fun. I love being in front of a camera. It's what I've wanted to do my whole life. And no matter what I do in front of a camera, I have a good time.
It's usually a good song, and if it's not a good song, by the end of the day, you love the song because you've heard it about 300 times, and you kind of get into it because you don't really have a choice. But all the songs that I've done, I've loved, just for the record.
You get to listen to a song. If you like it or not, you get to listen to it.
The people are great, and you get a free meal. And that doesn't really matter to me, but some people that really makes a difference.
It's always lots of food backstage. And I love the food.
And sometimes they even feed you twice.
You get to wear sexy clothes, and everyone likes to wear sexy clothes.
You get to totally become someone else, and that part of it's really fun because one day you can be the 60s Beehive girl, and the next day you can be the glamorous Marilyn Monroe girl, and then, with just the drop of a hat, you can be just the country girl with boots and a straw hanging out of your mouth. So it's fun to be able to change your character and the way you feel inside, as far as the music goes.
Oh, yeah. There is one that I hated. I'm not going to tell you the name because everyone was really cool there. But I hate the ones that you're there for like 14 hours and you do nothing. You sit there and like you're freezing. You're in hardly anything usually, like a bikini or something, and you're freezing.
I love to get up there and just move around and do whatever you want. The traveling Wilburys, we had to act really weird. So they knew to call me for that. They said, everybody else was too stiff. We know you're really weird at this. So I got in there and I just moved around and did exactly what they wanted. And to do a lot of weird, different things that don't make sense, that's fun to me. That's right up my alley. It's perfect.
For that 3 days or that 48 hours or however long you're together, it's like actually being a family. When you leave those people, you're like, oh, God, bye, It's really sad when you leave. You feel like you have a bond because you work so closely with them for so many hours straight.
Just wait till you see our next video.
Ooh, that's a cut.